transition to the PGA Tour. So I talked about last week how Tiger Woods and some of the top golfers were planning to meet with Jay Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA Tour, to discuss ways to improve the PGA and to rally support against LIV Golf. And so that meeting took place last week. And by all reports of what's come out of that meeting, again, it involved Tiger Woods, at least 15 of the other top golfers on the PGA Tour. They were discussing it at the headquarters of the BMW Championship, that they talked about potentially altering the structure of the PGA Tour, adding a component of a tour within a tour, basically 18 tours, 18 mini events, tournaments within the PGA Tour. And there'd be a larger purse of at least $20+ million for some of the big tournaments, and there'd be no cut to the tournaments. So the format, and again, they would invite about the top 60 players on the PGA Tour under this format. So the format would be similar to the one employed by the LIV Golf Tour, because LIV Golf has no cuts. So everyone that participates in the tournament is guaranteed a certain sum of money. And so from that perspective, I do think that the no cuts element to what the PGA Tour is trying to implement is the right approach. It is starting to lean in the right direction, because the fact that you can guarantee these players money for simply qualifying and making the tournament, that is an enticing addition. The actual purse itself, though, I don't know if that's necessarily enough to appeal to some of these elite golfers, because the truth of the matter is the purse is just the bonus to the players that left for LIV Golf, because the guys that defected, their signing bonus guaranteed them a certain lump of money, and then the tournament purses are just bonuses to that initial sum. And so that's the big caveat, is while the PGA Tour and these elite golfers are starting, I think, to hit the nail on the head, which is, okay, how can we guarantee more of these players, these elite golfers, money? By simply adding a no-cut clause, and you're increasing the purse, I still think that there's more room to be done. And this is obviously not the final say. There are more proposed changes that will probably continue to come down the pike. But I think that they're starting to head in the right direction, but a lot more improvement needs to be made. And it's not perfectly structured yet. And I also think it could have some ramifications on the lower tier golfers, because I think what would happen, the fact that you're only going to invite the top 60 means that you'd relegate the lower tier golfers to smaller tournaments and smaller purses. And again, for the long-term viability of the PGA Tour, I do agree that their priority should be to cater and appeal to the elite golfers that are remaining on the tour, as opposed to the lower tier ones. But what does that mean for the rest of the tour that aren't part of that select few that get invited to participate in these higher purse tournaments, in these larger tournaments? So I do think that it's time for them to start addressing these issues. I'm glad that they are. But apparently, Cameron Smith, again, is rumored to be leaving for LIV Golf. There are 7 other prominent golfers on the tour that have been approached with deals. So you can't be stagnant here if you're the PGA Tour. You have to be willing to adapt. You have to be willing to adjust. And it looks like they're starting to head in that direction, but who knows ultimately what's going to come of this. But it looks like they're starting to address the right issues here.